Pew, pew, pew. And now, let me stop. This is another edition of the Chop Shop. Switch ain't here, so we're not doing that intro. Besides, we don't do it on the Chop Shop anyway.
We don't do it on the Chop Shop.
Right. So, new Chop Shop. We got the Pew Army.
Let's go.
So, get ready.
Welcome.
Put your vest on.
Ha.
You might not need it because I seen the way they shoot. So it's headshots anyway. So let's get ready.
It's no vest for your face.
Right. I don't know what you're gonna do. But yo, welcome.
Welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all
for coming on. Thank you for coming on.
Huh?
I was like, thank you for coming on.
Switch not here. I think he getting a shot. A different shot.
Yeah, a different kind.
Yeah, he getting a different kind. He went to get his Vax swag bag too. So he gonna
that dude was really looking up, like
he really was
looking up your shot, like where you can get the shot and what type of rewards you can get. He's like, yo, you can get $100, and if you're a pastor, you can get up to $20,000. If right, you
would have thought this dude was looking for the new J's. Like, yo, I gotta go here. Like,
facts.
Yo, relax, dude.
Facts,
though.
Yeah.
Making the passes, man. Who making the vaccine passes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Nah. We can't talk about that.
But he don't even want to pass. He's like that dude coming with his own alcohol swabs and everything. Just
he prepared, right? He got his own
get me here.
Yo, you guys are in Texas, right?
Yeah, correct.
Now, you guys don't have any type of mandates whatsoever, right? Not no vaccine mandates, not no mask mandates, none of that.
Yeah, not official mandates.
Right.
Yeah, nothing official. But it's a lot of businesses out there trying to get people to comply. Businesses, jobs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They trying to do it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. What about the schools?
Yeah, schools mask mandates pretty much around here.
They're saying it's temporary though to not get in any trouble, but I think they're just gonna keep extending a temporary mandate.
Wow.
We got mask mandates for the kids here in California for the schools. Teachers. Some schools started this week. My daughter starts next week. And teachers and staff have to. They're
required, right?
Yeah, they're required to either get the vax or
beat it.
Take a test. Right.
Regular. Yeah.
Is that a daily test or what?
No, the test is, I think it's weekly.
Weekly.
Yeah, it's a weekly test. Because I know for my daughter, there's like an app, so you got to upload like your test or whatever. Like you got to verify that you tested negative, right?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Which is crazy because we just went to pick up our books yesterday, right? And there was like, I don't know, 300 people, right? Like parents and kids.
Right.
And nobody was tested, nobody was verified. You know what I mean? It's like it's fake, you know.
Right.
But that's not what we're here for, right?
I say that's how it was here. They sprung the mask mandate on today was open house, and they just released a letter saying that it was going to be a mask mandate for this school or for like a week or two. So
you went to the open house with a mask?
No.
You're like, nah, I ain't doing all that, bro.
Like, no.
They're like, nah, dog, we ain't doing that. Yo, Texas is different.
Texas, man.
Yeah. Right. Facts though. Facts. Texas is different.
Texas has been open.
Yo, Florida like that too, though, right? Their governor was like, we're not doing any type of mandates whatsoever for the. Well, it's going to be illegal to make mandates, right?
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Mm.
That's what's up, man. We need more freedom like that, man, across the country.
Everybody,
yeah.
You need like that 2A type of freedom, huh?
Right. So speaking of, so you guys have I met you guys through Telegram, through Grow the Heck Up,
right? Oh, okay.
And I honestly didn't know anything about y'all. I just knew the pewologist was like ex-military, right? What branch were you in?
Yeah, Air Force.
Air Force. Okay, shout out to the Air Force. Yeah, I mean, and so I just knew that you just knew. Yeah, I mean, you were like what's your man's name? What's his name? Keanu Reeves' character, John Wick.
Oh, John Wick.
He was like John Wick type of dude.
Yeah.
Pew Wick.
Yeah, not at all, man.
Pew Wick.
Yeah, misconception, man.
That's a misconception.
Instagram say otherwise, yo.
Right. Instagram say otherwise, right?
Yeah, well, while I was in the service, man, I didn't do anything with firearms, so.
Oh, word?
Yeah, nothing at all, man. It was years after I got out before I like really started, getting into the firearms. So
how did you get like started? So since you weren't doing that in the military, right? Like, and then you said there was years. Like, how did you get started back into getting into firearms?
Like shooting, well, it's more so my wife's story. She was like the catalyst of it. So.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
I'll let her tell the story.
Okay, I wasn't the catalyst, but so what year was that? 2014. My brother was murdered by this young kid with a gun.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was like really traumatic, and I think it sprung him into action. Like, oh wow, like your life is really fragile, and it just everything happened so quick. It took forever for the cops to finally get there. It was just bad all around, and his reaction was, we got to be prepared. Like, you got to think about stuff because people reckless, like they ruthless.
Right. And so that's what got you on your journey. Before that, you had no experience with firearms.
Yeah. It took me a while because I was traumatized, but I just kind of, went along with him at first, and then I actually became a part of it once I realized the importance. So it springboarded him, and I trickled in within like a year. So
right, okay. So he was kind of like protecting you, right? He's like, okay, and then it turns out like you're this really dope shooter, and he's your personal photographer, right?
That's how it is, man.
Right?
Like, but what y'all don't see is behind the scenes, he's like my trainer too. So he always pushes me to actually be better and not be lazy.
So what's that look like? I could just imagine, because like, me and my wife try to work out together. We try to diet together. You know what I mean? And
it looked like that. That's exactly what it looked like.
Hey, it's a struggle, man.
Yeah.
It's a struggle. Sometimes you gotta take off the husband hat for a couple seconds, man. Because at the end of the day, man, you really protecting your life. So
facts.
Every time we go to the range, we gotta take it serious.
Yeah. So when I get frustrated, because I do, when I get frustrated, I always think about like, it's not like we playing cards and you teaching me how to play a game. This is like life or death. So while I'm mad, I come back to my senses and I do it anyway, mad and all.
So before this, did you guys already own firearms?
Nope, we bought it right after that incident.
What was the first purchase?
Yeah.
Oh, first purchase. Man, that was rough, man. So
don't tell me it was a high point. Please don't tell me it was a high point.
It was. I mean, it's almost in line with a high point, but not a high point. My first pickup was a Smith & Wesson Shield, so it wasn't terrible.
He was on the good end. Because I had the common media perception of guns.
Yeah.
I got a little 380 Taurus that was trash.
Because you're a woman and you should get a small gun, right?
And in my opinion, I was like, it's gonna be easier to carry. I never carried it. It's gonna be easier to shoot. I didn't shoot it. So it really was like a feel good based on what I was feeding
that's crazy.
and fed from the media, which now I would never.
Yeah, that gun was trash, man. It had so much kick. It was a terrible
Right.
Bad.
Yeah, and that bugs me out because like I watch both of y'all stories, right? I follow both of y'all on social media, and I see you do like the CCW post recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you carrying that big old stick.
I do.
You know, so to go from like the 380 to little, you know, that joint like fit in your back pocket to something like, you know what I mean? Like
it really was a pocket rocket, man.
Yeah, but it just goes to show the people that say, "Oh, it's easier to carry." I've never carried it, and those same people, they're not carrying it. You just say it because it seems like it makes sense. So I got something I would actually carry, something I actually shoot at the range. So.
So did you guys go through? So you make your first purchase, and then you guys just start hitting the range, or do you guys
on
like
your own, or did you guys do some?
Man, we were like common first time gun owners, man.
Stereotypical.
It just sat in the safe.
Yeah.
For months on end, no shooting, no nothing. We had firearms, but we weren't doing anything with them.
No. Mm-hmm. So it took us. We are from North Carolina. We moved to Texas, and like when we moved to Texas, we started actually figuring out like, okay, we need to go to the range. We need to actually use these, and so that switch to Texas was like the catalyst.
Oh wow, okay. So North Carolina doesn't have that kind of gun culture.
Not as big. They got a smaller gun culture. Yeah. Ranges, not as many ranges, not as much going on, man. The community here is really tight. It's a lot of people in the community, different walks of life, different races. Just everybody, carries a gun. Well, not everybody. Let me not say everybody.
But a lot.
It's a lot of people out here carrying.
It's common. Yeah. I'd imagine, like, I don't imagine that everybody carries out there, but I imagine that if you did, nobody would be surprised. Like, whereas
it's like 50-50. You got your Californians, and then you got the Texans. It's 50-50 here, man.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
So when y'all go to the range, so now you guys started going to the range after you're in Texas.
Yeah.
Did you guys just like go on your own, or just decided we need to do some type of tactical training as well?
So it was a mixture. We've always held the belief that the training is on us primarily, and we get what we need to know to fill in the gaps from different instructors. So we checked out an instructor here in Dallas, like almost immediately. He got us right with the pistol. We started training like really heavily, probably almost weekly, if not a couple of times a week. Then we got some rifle training from a couple different instructors and started going really hard with both the rifles and the pistols. So over the course of like 6 months, we had taken 3 courses from different instructors and had been to the range probably every week during that 6-month period.
Yeah, but let me back up. Before we got any training, before we went hard for those 6 months, I'm the type of person, I'm not going somewhere and be embarrassed. So before I went anywhere, I was sure I knew how to load my mags. I knew how to shoot. I knew the basics. So they wouldn't be like, what you got her out here for? She a danger to everybody. So I was going I'm doing grip exercises to make sure I can rack my slide and everything. So I did a lot of beforehand training because I wanted to be confident and comfortable when I went to the class.
Understood. Yo, now Pew, for you, because you had prior experience, even if it was just basic, right, through basic training, did any of that help, or did you have to relearn everything?
Nah. When I first started, man, I was trash. I have our first video. Yeah. The first time that we really started training together, and I was terrible. So I had to relearn stuff, man. I turned into like that was like the basis of me like really diving into YouTube and becoming a YouTube champion and finding all of the material that I needed to learn to at least give me a foundation for shooting. But yeah, I was terrible.
Let me give you a little bit of credit though. So he grew up playing sports and I did not. So while the tactical stuff, while he wasn't a great shot, he had like movement down. He had like knowing how to actually move fluidly, where I actually had to really train in that way. He didn't have to train on anything but shooting. and I had to do the comprehensive training. So give
Right.
yourself a little bit of credit.
All right, let's
She
go.
just
Let's go.
trying to make you feel
No, I'm
good.
serious. Like I didn't
That's
even
what's
know how
up.
to work.
Nah, you gotta let your wife give you your props,
That's
man.
teamwork right there.
Yeah, for real. Now you mentioned you mentioned YouTube. Who were some of the YouTubers that you were watching?
Man, so like straight when we started out, like really diving in, Lucas was like one of the main people that we watched.
Yeah.
It's Lucas T-Rex Arms, just because he had the civilian aspect. His movements are pretty precise. Let's looked at a lot of Grand Mike
too,
from
Mike Glover.
Yeah, Mike Glover
from Fieldcraft Survival.
Oh yeah.
We trained with Body by O. Trained with Gladiator 6. O had some material out there, but he was pretty close to us, so
yeah,
we got out with him. But YouTube was pretty much those people. Ronin Tactics was another person that we looked at, real heavy.
That's dope, man. That's a beautiful thing about YouTube, man. Is like you could learn anything, Like I learned. Well, I had my grandpa help me, but I learned how to change the belt on my truck just from YouTube. You know what I mean? I was like, I didn't grow up fixing anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like nothing. My pops didn't work on anything in the house. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it was all new. And I went to YouTube and it was like, boom, I got this. But I didn't have any tools, so I had to get my grandpa.
Hey, find anything on YouTube. Yo, my neighbor changed his daughter's engine off of YouTube. I don't know.
The whole engine?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but yo, this dude changed the whole engine.
Especially your daughter too, right? Like,
I'm like, yo, you a mechanic? He's like, nah, I'm watching YouTube. I'm out of here, yo.
That's brave.
The engine swap, that's hard, man.
The engine on a Civic. I was like, yo.
That's
all right. But anyway.
So like what if for the people watching, right, who may be new to guns, like what would you do differently if you started your journey all over again? Was there anything that you would recommend or you would do differently?
Type of gun?
Yeah, first and foremost, find somebody that you trust locally to help you in your firearms journey, just to make you feel more comfortable, get you into a good firearm, something that's reliable. Somebody who already has experience is going to be able to point you in the right direction. So find somebody locally who you can go to the range with, somebody you feel comfortable with. Don't use a friend, significant other, typically who doesn't have like a whole lot of experience, because they might steer you in the wrong direction, trying to give you good information, but not giving you good information at the same time.
My thing is, I wouldn't buy a gun without going to the range and shooting it first. Like where I am now, I can buy a gun without touching it, seeing it. But then if I actually took that gun to the range, I would have never bought it because I couldn't shoot it. So I would go to the range first. They let you rent the guns out, try them out.
Right.
And I would do that before I would have ever made a purchase. And then I probably actually would have realized that gun wasn't for me and got something else.
Right.
Yeah,
so I would imagine y'all members of whatever range y'all at.
Yeah, for sure.
We platinum members.
Yeah. So what are you talking? They got the key, bro.
They just go whenever.
We got a really good relationship with the people that own and operate the range.
Come in early, leave late.
It's an outdoor?
Yeah, of course, man. You can't do indoor ranges, man. It's not the same. Yeah, we have. It's a totally different experience.
There's there's no running and gunning or any of that. There's no
there's nothing. You just standing there shooting. That's it.
Right. Pull it up, point it out, shoot. Some people don't even let you draw, so they might not let you do rapid fire. So it's a lot of the training that you can miss out on going to the indoor range.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That makes sense.
You was walking in the range just drawing, huh?
Yeah. As a first time gun on, like a first time shooter, it's much better to go outdoors because it's less loud. You got more time, like more space. It's not. Have you been like the little?
That's true. Yeah. It's like a phone booth. Yeah, it's like a little phone booth. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's it's way more comfortable. We've seen when we took people out for their first time to go to outdoor range.
The shell bouncing off the walls back on you.
Right?
Yeah, that part too.
Mhm.
That happened to me. Before my brother went to Iraq, he wanted to go shoot an AR, but the only place that would let you borrow it was an indoor range. And so we went, and I remember that hot brass got inside my shirt. Oh my God. That's
You had a blouse on, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
dude was dancing.
I was doing the electric boogaloo, man. I was like, yo, yeah. And that was one of those things where it just, it was just bouncing off, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, right.
worst feeling ever, man. Worst feeling ever.
So rifle wise, what do you guys even with rifles, right? Because there's a lot of people that they're always told, oh, get a shotgun, protect your home, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing. They don't try it out. They just go out and they get a shotgun.
Right.
So what would you recommend in that sense? I mean, again, I know they should go try it out, but what do you consider a reliable first time on the shotgun?
The shotgun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I can't even give
No.
you a recommendation.
Oh, you don't even mess with them.
Yeah, I don't even own a shotgun to keep it 100%.
Not anymore.
Yeah, for
not
the
anymore.
shotgun, man, it's a lot that goes into a shotgun. Depending on if you get a semi-auto, which is it loads the rounds on its own, or if you get a pump action, it's just a lot of moving parts on the shotgun. The kickback is like really hard, so it's better options out there than a shotgun, in my opinion. There's some people out there who have shotguns, but it's more to handle than a rifle or a handgun. So,
and that's what a lot of people always suggest. Like, yeah, get a shotgun, protect your home.
yeah,
Right. That's what Biden said. That's what Biden said.
He's probably never shot a shotgun.
I don't think
he said shoot it in the air. He said
shoot it.
Yeah, illegal in itself, man. Yeah, go out back and shoot one in the air. Like tell somebody's illegal information.
I realized when we got one, we only had it for novelty. So we bought it. Like, we need a shotgun. We got it. I took it to the range once. I'm like, I would never grab this if somebody broke into my house. Like,
she shot it, and it's like turning her body and pushing her back, and just like, that's not it.
And it's long. Like, imagine clearing a room, trying to get through the doors, pulling it all the way back.
Right.
It's not practical. So.
Yeah. Which one did you guys get when you made your first purchase?
We had a Benelli Supernova.
Yeah, Supernova.
Which is
Benelli.
It's not a bad shotgun at all.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the better pump actions. But it's like she said, it's hard to move around with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Most barrels are over 20 inches, so it's a difficult platform.
That means they breaking in your house. They getting every bit of that AR.
Look, we keep that and our pistols by our bed. So whichever one we grab first.
Yo, so I read that because you were actually in a magazine, right?
Yeah.
They did a feature on you, and that was one of the things that you discussed was what you keep by the bedside, right?
Yep.
How did you get featured on? It was Recoil, right? It was in Recoil magazine.
Yeah. So our LinkedIn is popping. So on LinkedIn, we connected with a lot of like the media people of different companies. And I was just talking to the guy Recoil, we were talking for a while. He's like, yeah, I love to feature you, just out the blue.
Right.
That's what we were doing.
Oh, that's cool.
Dope. That's so you just leverage that relationship into an opportunity.
Most opportunities we get are from LinkedIn, I would say. Yeah. Most.
Man, we need to step up our LinkedIn, son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get it popping. You might have to do one of those master classes, LinkedIn master classes. Yeah.
For real, like, think about throwing your hat in a social media pool. Like, you don't know who's actually answering the text on Instagram or the messages. Right. You don't know who you're talking to. When you can see who you're talking to on LinkedIn, their position,
where they work, right? What experience, right?
See where they went to college. Like, oh, I went to that college, and it's a whole conversation.
Hey, you can't get the whole playbook.
The whole playbook, right? That's why I said set up a master class. You know what I mean? Get people to sign up. That's hilarious. So you guys are how did you get into the whole media aspect of it? Because them videos you do,
the videos are fire.
Man, I took a vacation, man. I took a short vacation.
You took a short vacation.
Yeah,
We've been hosting our family over summer.
Yeah, so really, I just got into the grind of like putting out content. Like I said, I was going to the range all the time. To grow our pages, I just started putting out heavy content, and from there, I realized that I actually like developing the content, shooting pictures, shooting videos. I like the editing process. It brings out a really creative side. So that's how that evolved. And then having an FFL, we realized that we had to add something else to the FFL to make it actually, work for us and to be profitable. So, that's where the digital media side came from.
And it really works with his strengths because he is like a natural creator. Like he's always building something, making something from scratch, woodworking, fixing cars. Like so it just works with his strengths. So it worked out.
That's dope. Now, did you teach yourself like filming video and in camera and Photoshop and all that post? Did you teach, or did you already have experience with that?
Nah, man, I told you
YouTube
I'm a YouTube champion, man.
YouTube, okay.
YouTube.
So anytime I'm like editing or anything, I have YouTube in one window and I have what I'm working on in a different window. So I'm always taking notes, always finding what kind of effects I like to use, and then figuring out how to do that. So that goes for photography and videography. So even if you see any of my edits on any of my picture edits, I do the same thing. YouTube University, man.
Yo, that's facts. That's facts. I learned how to edit from someone at church, right? But like the real basics, right?
Yeah.
Almost like theory, right? And then everything after that was all YouTube. Like, how do you get the titles to come in? How do I add different fonts? You know what I mean? Because I had originally I started on Final Cut, and then I switched over to Premiere. And switching over to Premiere, I didn't know what I was doing because basically I had to relearn, you know what I mean, where everything was because I didn't have my shortcut keys and all that.
Right.
And my plugins and everything else. And it was all YouTube, man. That's crazy. That's dope, man.
Because I actually started looking at Final Cut for a little bit. I wanted to do so. I followed Daniel Schiffer, or I think that's how you pronounce his name. He uses Final Cut. So I was like, I thought about switching, and I just was like, forget it. I'm just gonna roll with Premiere. I use Premiere, so Premiere and After Effects. Right.
Well, the best thing about that is it's all within the Adobe suite, so everything is just streamlined. So you don't have to like try to export anything, and it's not, what I mean, worry about anything. That's dope, man. I'm just the fact that you saying that on YouTube, man, like you learned all, not only like the camera stuff, but the shooting, the basics, you know what I'm saying, and everything from shooting and shooting, right?
Right. All shooting every sense of the word.
Right.
So Mrs. Pugh, I hope that's not disrespectful, but
no,
she got her own name.
So it seems like you support your husband and everything, and I wanted to know for the wives that are out there, right, that get presented from the husband that they want to bring a gun into the family for protection, right? Because that's the main thing. What would you tell them, right? Because the first reaction, I would say typically, right? I don't want to generalize, is fear, right? Oh, you're gonna bring a gun in the house, the kids, this, what if they grab it? And you hear all these stories, that goes on. Obviously on the husband's part, when you're bringing something like this, you have to have safety, and you're not just going to leave it out like your keys, right? But what would you tell the wives? What would be the best, I guess, how could they support their husband in this, or how can you maybe change their way of thinking than what we're presented media-wise and all that other stuff?
Yeah. It's two parts. One is you married a man. I hope that you would trust him enough to understand that what he's doing is best for the family. But that doesn't mean you can't express your concerns. Also, when people are scared, from what I've seen, when I talk to women and they're scared, they believe they don't have a role in it. Like, he's bringing a gun in, it's happening to me. Like, you can take an active role. You can create the safety plan. Like, you can be a part of it to make you be more comfortable with it. But you have to be open and have that conversation, because if y'all doing life together, like, hard things got to be talked about. But a lot of times when women are scared that I talk to, it's because they think it's happening to them and they're not a part of it. So make yourself a part of it. And he probably wants you to be a part of it. And you just haven't like went there yet. So
that's good.
Yeah, firearms in our household, it's really a family affair.
Yeah.
Our youngest son isn't, he's not of age to really understand what's going on and play a really active role in that. But he still gets the firearm safety with our oldest son. Oldest son is like heavily involved in what we do. We bring him on to some of the videos that we do. So it's really a family affair. So,
how old is the oldest?
He's 7.
Yeah, 7.
That's good.
Yeah, so create a safety plan, like teach your kids. If there's just stuff you can do, it's not happening to you. Like you are a part of your family, but I hope that you would trust your husband too, that y'all can have that conversation and that that he cares about the safety of your kids too. So just realize you're on the same side. It usually goes well from there.
Cool. That's good. That's good. Now we talked about the photography and you just mentioned your son. So y'all went viral with the family picture.
So Snoop posted it?
I seen everybody
y'all. That's
everybody posted it. That word?
Cell phone.
All right. And Android or iPhone?
That was an Android.
Wow.
That was an Android.
The man is nice with that Photoshop then, because Android photos, look.
Hey, that wasn't even me, bro. That was my brother.
He took it with his raggedy phone. Like he got the worst phone.
He got the worst one. He got
the one you get free with Cricket.
Basically, like the one that
he got the Obama phone.
Yeah, this is a picture we put the least amount of time in, and it went viral.
Wow. Yeah, I seen that everywhere. I still see it sometimes. I tag you guys. I send it to you guys sometimes. It's crazy how many people reposted that. How was that for you guys? Like when did you find out that all these people had been posting it and were reposting it and sharing it and all that? Like, I see Jaime, he mentioned Snoop, but I actually didn't see it on Snoop's page. I saw it somewhere else. I don't remember who it was. But I seen a lot of people sharing it. So what was that experience like for you?
Man, honestly, it was cool for like 3 minutes, and then you got to turn off the comments because you can't read the comments when something like that goes viral. People have their extreme opinions.
Facts.
On firearms.
That's true.
And then it's a really polarizing subject. So you got some people who will root you on, and you got some people who, it's the most evil thing possible.
Right.
And so I honestly had to turn off the comments and just not pay attention to anything that was outside of my page. So from the outside looking in, it seemed cool, but it's a lot of emotion into it.
Yeah, I lost friends. I got kicked out of like mom club.
No.
Get out of here.
Yeah. They were saying all kind of stuff. I got kicked out of my play groups with my kids. Like
what? Because of
that?
Yeah.
But they didn't already know y'all was heavily involved.
No, and I'm like, I'm around every time I go to the park, I'm carrying. So I've already been around you.
Right.
I got kicked out of all of my groups.
That's funny.
Saying that they didn't want me around their kids. All
Let
kinds of stuff.
Let them get mugged at the park. See if they want you around.
Right?
Wow.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about like I understand the internet stuff, right? Like people like, oh my God, what kind of parenting, whatever. Like I get that. People are just crazy on the internet, but I didn't think about like locally what the repercussions of that would be.
That's crazy.
Hey, family members as well.
Family
members, they tripping. Wow. That's
or
right.
Like the family was like, oh, I don't care. They said, oh, I don't care that you own guns, but you shouldn't be promoting things like this online. Like you can get fired. You can do this. So it's a whole lot of backlash from most people that we know. Out of like I would say most of the people that we knew was like, this is a bad idea. Like
wow.
And the crazy part is both of our managers like know where we are in firearms. Somehow they saw the viral picture.
Yeah.
I came into work today and my previous director that I had was like, hey, I saw a picture of you on LinkedIn. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I saw your family, man. I was like, okay, am I in trouble? Like,
right.
Yeah, he brought it to school, so it was all good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Them moms didn't want me around their kids. Like,
Wow.
What was the 2A community's response to that picture, to that image?
Man, they
Yeah,
probably
2A was really supportive, man. A
Yeah.
lot of people, it kind of got us into some circles that we hadn't previously been in.
Mhm.
Got some more attention on our pages.
So you
People
lost
really embrace
some,
it
but
though
you
in
gained.
2A. The crazy thing is the most backlash that we've had really has been in the Black community. So
100%.
Because you're a pro 2A?
Because they see guns as how the media portrays it,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's like,
negative.
oh, you making your kids be gangsters, like they just seen it in a negative light, like
Right.
Black people with guns kind of thing.
Instead of looking at it as a way to protect yourself,
Yeah.
they look at it as you being the aggressor. So
Right, like you're promoting the negativity of it.
Yeah.
they can't separate the violence from the protection aspect.
Or
Right.
legal gun ownership. They're like, oh, this
Right.
is illegal to have all of this. Like, no, it's not.
Not in Texas.
Right.
Y'all got constitutional carry.
You do.
Right?
Yo, but I had some other questions, but since you brought it up, talking about gun ownership in the Black community, what is the importance of gun ownership within that community and just people of color in general? Like, how do you guys see that? I know, and Pew, we could talk about this, a little later, but I know that, you had posted something about the Mulford Act. And that's very significant to gun ownership for people of color. So, what are your thoughts on that as far as gun ownership for people of color?
Yeah, I think that the crazy thing is that a lot of minorities see gun ownership as a negative thing, but in the same breath, they say how minorities are treated disproportionately in cop situations, and they say racism exists and all of this other stuff.
Right.
But the way to keep yourself protected and to even the battlefield, in these different types of situations where you can get shot or you can get hurt, is by protecting yourself and taking an active role in your self-protection. So I find it, it's crazy to me that people don't see the importance of firearms ownership.
Right.
Yeah, I look at it like how the Black communities need to rebuild their nuclear families or hold on to it. It's all connected to me. Wealth generation, present parents, protecting your household, teaching your children values, that they're worthy of being protected. Like, it's all the same, and all of it is counter cultural right now for the Black community. So just showing a different face. Like, we aren't these Tupac out in the street. Like, that's not what it is. It's really about the preservation of our family. So
I agree. I definitely agree. I think that the media has done has played a big role in the negative view of Blacks and Latinos when it comes to guns.
It's true, because you can always see, right? Like, you can watch an old movie, right, and you'll see an old rich white person, right? They'll have a big land, run up out their house with their shotgun protecting their home. You know what I'm saying? That was always it in movies or whatever the case. But lead up to us, you know what I'm saying? We in the ghetto shooting each other up or something crazy.
And growing up, I never thought Black people could have guns. Like, that wasn't criminals. Like, honestly, I thought when I grew up, every time I saw a gun, I'm like, oh, that's bad. Like, a crime is about to happen.
Right.
So I feel like I fell victim to that. Like, I didn't know. So now that I see there is a different side, I want to portray that.
Right. I didn't know you could just walk into a store and buy a gun when I was young.
It's crazy.
Like,
that's wild. It is.
Martina
it's true.
Says it's the same in the Mexican community. They connect it to the cartel.
Yep.
I think too is one thing in society right now is that element of personal responsibility in all aspects of life just isn't there. So people, they don't want to be held responsible for whatever their actions are, whether that's maintaining your family, maintaining your relationships, self-protection, any of that kind of stuff. It's you want to put it off on other people to keep
Right.
you protected, keep your relationship protected, keep you financially stable. Just that personal responsibility isn't there in society right now. So, you know, having the responsibility of protecting your family, just a lot of people want to stray away from that.
Yeah.
No, that's very true, because a lot of these politicians who are coin gun grabbers, like, they pay other people to carry guns for them, right? Like, they have private security. Yeah, they have private security, you know, or they have, you know, police or whatever it is, you know what I mean, protecting them at all times.
Yep.
You know, so it's not so much that the gun is an issue or problem, or that gun ownership is a problem. It's just that, you know, they don't want us to have
And
them.
I think a lot of people don't realize what you just said right there, that the people the elected officials that they're putting into these positions, they have firearms protecting them. So is that elected official more valuable than you are as a person? Or should you have that same kind of access to firearms to be able to protect yourself? So
Right. No, that's so true. That's so true. Because even like I still live in the hood, right? And the response time for the cops here is like, come on, bro.
You live in California. Calm down.
I told these dudes the other day. I told these I live in I'm part of the HOA. I volunteer, right? Yeah. And somebody was out partying in the back, and they left a pound of weed right in the parking lot. Just, you know, it's Cali, right? Yeah. But they just left it there. They left the beer bottles and everything. You know, I tell these dudes when I go for a run, like sometimes I see like people actually in their tents smoking crack. I seen people shooting heroin. Like this dude, like he went on Google Maps, right? And he sees that I live like, you know, maybe 10 miles from Calabasas. So he thinks like I live right next to the Kardashians, but it's a whole different world. Yeah, it's a whole different world, man.
Hey man, you don't walk outside and say good morning, sunshine, and live in the hood, man.
Right.
Yeah. When you have Jesus, you do. When you have Jesus, you do.
Bro, you didn't say what you did with that pound of weed though.
I threw it away. It was dirt weed, man. Okay. It's that old brick weed from like the 90s, you know what I'm saying? We ain't messing with that.
All right.
I got a question.
Shoot.
In Texas, right? Being African American, being Hispanic, or any type of minority, and you're carrying in your vehicle and you get pulled over by a cop. Now, I'm from New York City, so I don't know what we can't even have a bullet in our pocket. But what's the protocol? What's the process when you're getting pulled over and you do have a weapon on you? What's the process with the police? Because you know, you hear the anything that has to do with the cops and there's any shooting, they're already blaming, you know, it's the gun's fault.
Yeah. I'll let her answer this situation, answer this question, because she's actually been in a situation where she had, interaction with police officers in it with holding the firearms.
So first you ask what the process was. Typically what you do is when you get pulled over, you know, you have your license and registration ready. But when you give them your license, you'll also give them like your license to carry when you needed it at the time. Now you don't, but you would have given them that even though they already know you're carrying by your license plate when you get pulled over, when there was license to carry. So I got pulled over. I used to get pulled over a lot, but as I was carrying, I got pulled over. And
sounds like you like speeding.
I was headed to the range and I had like 2 ARs and 3 pistols.
Okay.
And I got pulled over and
something
every
light.
Interaction. Oh, go ahead.
I said something light.
Yeah.
two ARs and a pistol, something light.
And I was nervous because I've had bad interactions with the cops before I was carried, like bad. Right. And I was like, man, it's gonna be bad. And I gave him my stuff. And I'm like, he's like, you got a gun on you? Because I gave him my license to carry. I'm like, yeah. He leaned in. He's like, what kind? We talked for 30 minutes about guns. Like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, he's like, where you headed? I'm like, oh, I arranged, told him the name. He's like, no way, I go out there. And I said, that's my first good interaction with a cop when I got a gun. Like, it's such a common denominator here. It like bridges gaps. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
And then we have some we got some officer friends, so
yeah.
Like she said, it's firearms does bridge gaps and bring communities together from what we've experienced. So.
People ask him, is he scared to get pulled over with the cops as a black man carrying? What would you say?
Yeah, nah. Honestly, I've never, and I've been blessed in this aspect, but I've never had a bad interaction with officers. So,
have you been pulled over though?
Huh?
Have you been pulled over? Like,
yeah, I've let her see how I handle interactions. Man, I've gotten one ticket, and I probably deserve that ticket, but I've got pulled over on a number of occasions.
Wow, Carol.
Why are you shaking your head though?
Because like I used to get pulled over all the time, and I got a ticket every time. The only time I didn't get a ticket was when I had that stuff going to the range, and it's crazy because he never gets tickets. I don't understand.
Hey, respect goes a long way, man.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. But do you think there would be a different experience if you were traveling to a state like New York City, where it's not common for anybody to carry?
You can't have a firearm in New York, period. So we don't go to New York.
So why visit, right?
No.
So like think about when we had that class in Maryland and we flew in.
Oh yeah, man. We like times in those kind of situations, we hurry up and get out of whatever state we're in, because we flew into Maryland a couple of years ago to go to a class. Shout out to Gladiator 6. We went out to his class. Man, we hurried up and got to Virginia, where it's a little bit more relaxed as far as firearms laws are concerned. And then our license to carry it doesn't reciprocate. Yeah, we don't have any reciprocity in Maryland, so we got reciprocity in Virginia. So hurried up and got to Virginia. But yeah, that it doesn't make me uptight because I can't incriminate myself, but we did go through some areas where we probably weren't supposed to go through.
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
Yeah, it does. You hurry up and get out of whatever places we're in, especially places high capacity magazines and stuff like that. We try to avoid those areas, but if we have to go into those areas, we make sure we hurry up and get out.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Is like, oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, where I live, like the police response time is mad slow, so it's like you need to protect yourself. You need to have a firearm so that you can protect your family. Because what am I gonna do? Someone breaks in my house, with a gun or with a knife or whatever. Being that there's drug addicts in my neighborhood, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna wait 15 minutes, 20 minutes for the cops to show up.
Yeah, and even if
I'm dead by then.
Even if they have a good response time of a minute or 2 minutes, most interactions that you run into they're seconds long. They feel like an eternity to you, but you're talking about 10, 15, maybe 30 seconds. So it's already happened, and it's done with by the time the police even get out there. And who knows how long it takes for you to actually place that call? So
very true.
Your interaction is already done with before the police get a chance to even get out there.
And speaking from experience, that's not real to a lot of people. Like, it wasn't real to me. Like, I'm like, yeah, I could go get mugged. Like, somebody could break in, but I didn't actually think somebody was gonna break into my house. Like, it was it wasn't real until I was like really close to a situation. I'm like, man, like I used to live on this street, like, so it's not real to a lot of people, I don't think.
So have you guys faced some situations or close to where you have to draw since you've been doing it?
No, I never been in a situation yet, and we actually hope that we never have to come into a situation.
Right.
Hold my firearms.
It's a blessing. Never have.
That's great.
Captain P says red dot or hologram on rifle. What does that mean?
I think he meant holographic sight on the rifle. Really, it depends on do you have an astigmatism? If you had an astigmatism, I say go with a holographic sight like your EOTech. If you don't, red dot sight is perfectly fine. So, Chichicon MRO, Steiner DRS 1X, Aim Point. Hollison makes some good, lesser expensive.
You're dropping game, yo.
Right.
Yeah, stay away from Sightmark.
Please.
Yeah. Jay turned around and was like, "Dude is talking Greek right now."
Yeah,
Hey, I told you, if y'all want to ask firearm questions, ask away. Man, I'll give you everything that I got.
But
Let's go, y'all.
guys-
Y'all heard it in the comments.
right, y'all do your own type builds and all, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get to. I wanted to ask questions about the FFL and everything else.
Mhm.
How you got started with that?
Right.
Yeah. Really, we just got an entrepreneur mindset. So, we already have firearms.
Yeah.
And we, having the FFL allows you to have some things and get access to things that you sometimes couldn't have. So
get it quicker.
Yeah, get it quicker. Not have to go jump through as many hoops. So FFL just made sense for us. We were trying to work with different companies out there. One of the things that a lot of companies that we wanted to work with want to see is that you have a FFL so they can get firearms directly to you. So it just made sense for the situation that we were in to have an FFL.
And then again, he's a natural builder. So it was like, oh, I'm gonna build them. Like that's his first thing. It is not my first thing. So his first thing is, oh, I can make that. That's always what he thinks. So that's kind of the direction he went in. Did you learn that on YouTube?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I did, man. I built my first rifle like around the time when we got the shield and stuff. So man, I was on YouTube all the time.
That's crazy.
What tools do I need to get? And
so he learns on YouTube, and then he teaches me, and then I learn from him. It's like
that's what's up. That's dope.
I
saw the AR in the Rico magazine. That was a pew build, right?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, that's actually. I think the one that she had in there. I think that's mine, right?
Yeah, the great. Yeah,
that's my main one.
So, what was the process like? So you had to do like the whole FBI background. You had to get a safe. Like, how do you get an FFL?
Yeah, a safe is not even required. It's got to be in a locked door, but you don't have to have a safe. Most people.
So it could be my closet, my bathroom closet.
So there's different types of FFLs. The type that we have, we can't operate it out of our house. So we have a separate location.
And that's just specific to the city
that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on the city. Yeah. So our type, we can't operate out the house. So we have a separate location, and it's locked there.
Wow, that's cool.
So you had to do the whole FBI background check and everything. Like, did they have to?
It really wasn't as much as as much as people make it seem. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm thinking like lie detector tests. I'm thinking like they're reaching out to all your family and friends, checking your Instagram.
They want their money. They gonna make you pay.
They want you to pay taxes, man.
Money, like background check. They want to get paid. That's what it comes down to.
Mr.
So
Martinez,
anything stock.
Yeah. Mr. Martinez says Glock or CZ. What's a CZ?
First of all, definitely CZ. It's a brand like a.
He knows the answer to that. He's trolling.
No, I'm serious. I don't know.
No, I'm saying Jaime knows.
That's why he's laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. Captain P says, do y'all have any experience with Palmetto State Armory, AK-47 platforms? Are they reliable or junk?
We actually got a friend that has a PSA. He's ran it every time we went to the range with him. I think we have two friends that had PSAs. As a matter of fact, one has a pistol length AK-47, and the other one has rifle length AK-47. And both of them ran pretty reliably from what I've seen. Again, it's one of your more budget friendly AKs, but from what we've seen, they haven't run into any problems with it.
What are your thoughts on like have you ran any P80s or 3D printed?
Yeah, I built when Polymer 80 first came out. I built a subcompact, so a Glock 26 size, and it ran just like a Glock. So as far as Polymer 80, I don't have any problems with Polymer 80. The 80% arms, that one is
out of California.
Yeah, that one is. I don't like that one, but Polymer 80
because it's California, huh? I get it.
No, it just
I get it.
The slides.
You made sure, like,
right, that was a sneak diss, right?
No, it just wasn't made. You can tell the difference in quality. They just threw that together, basically.
Yeah.
Any experience with 3D printed?
No experience.
Not yet.
I thought about getting a CNC. They got a company called Ghost Firearms or something like that, and they have a CNC that you just put your billet in there or your 80% in there, and it'll finish it off for you. So I thought about getting those CNCs. Yeah.
What's that hitting for?
I think it's like 3,000.
Okay.
But it
That's
comes
a CNC though.
It does ARs, it does 1911s, and it's a couple other platforms that it'll finish it off for you. So.
Wow. Serious. Jaime said
crazy.
You like the Hellcat.
Hellcat is, man, that's trash. I gotta be straight up. The Hellcat is trash.
But I see a lot of people that swear by it, and
I've seen a lot of people talk about it.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I shot the Hellcat and it felt like really snappy to me.
It feels cheap. It's like it feels really cheap.
Another thing too is you have to understand that our taste in firearms has definitely evolved since when we first got firearms. Right now we really don't own any polymer firearms, so you know it's.
Well, we own them. We just don't shoot them. Like we don't. But I think if I got the Hellcat as a first gun, I probably would have liked it.
Yeah, you don't have anything to go off of, so you might not think it's that bad.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I haven't eaten McDonald's in like over 7 years. You know, I get it.
You're not going to listen to Christian rap. Your taste evolves after your common mainstream people. Then you kind of.
That's true.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I think the Hellcat is like I don't want to say
the Hellcat's Lecrae.
The Hellcat. And then you evolve, you
might evolve into some NF. And what I'm trying to see what Ant got to say, man.
That's why he said NF.
Yeah.
You got jokes.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Yo, I don't listen to no type of CHH. You be like, who's that? Yo, switch your ask somebody to playlist, and you be like, yo, what is that?
Like, yo, who's this?
And it's strictly Hillsong and Mobb Deep. No, Hillsong and the Locks right now. It's Hillsong and the Locks.
Just straight worship music, or I'm extremes with it. Yeah.
Hey, Aha said we don't listen to Hillsong, man.
That's what he said.
He like who's Aha?
Now I know Aha though. But
I like Aha. I still rock with Hillsong though.
I do too. I like Hillsong.
Yeah, we just found out recently that Sarino lives around us.
Really?
In the area that we in, yeah. So trying to link up at some point.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be some dope content.
For real.
We've actually, when we first like started really dropping videos, we used to like use a lot of his music, so we formed some type of connection with him and his wife. So trying to link up with him at some point.
Then of course, we commissioned him to do our theme song. Yeah. So that was a hit.
Yeah, so if anybody's checked out our YouTube channel, he did do the commission for our YouTube page. So
so that's only right that you guys link up.
Yeah. Now how long have you guys been doing the YouTube thing?
A year?
Yeah, probably since COVID really took off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some of those joints are hilarious. The way you two, like, it just reminds me of me and my wife.
Yeah.
You should, and it's crazy because I look at a picture and I'm like, I was so mad, but that's when I'm like at my best, like skill wise. And really like stop playing, like get serious. And I get mad, then I'm like better than.
But you focus. But you're focused. Yeah.
So let me ask this: What's the goal now? Like for you guys, you have your FFL. You guys you're pushing out content. What do you guys want to do now?
So really, the movement we're trying to make is to be a friendly and familiar face that people feel like brings them into firearms. So we're just trying to be, I like to say like the bellhop for firearms. So we're not trying to do like too tactical stuff. We aren't trying to be instructors. We're just trying to get you into the door and make you feel comfortable. Seeing a family that has firearms, that uses firearms well, that you can tell have been trained, and just make you feel like, hey, I can see myself as this family. I can see myself having a firearm now. So just trying to be like the bellhop for 2A.
Yeah, and business
that's good.
Really just keep doing what we're doing and try to scale it to some degree.
That's good. I think that's really good because I feel like a lot of people are intimidated, you know what I mean, who aren't ex-military or who aren't, you know, police or whatever, law enforcement. I think a lot of people are intimidated, and I think a lot of it also has to do, you know, because of the inexperience, because we grow up thinking like only criminals carry guns, you know, not realizing, right. Or if you need one, you call the police, right? Like you subsidize that.
Yeah.
So I think that's really dope with you guys. And I could totally see it because, like, again, referencing back to that picture of you guys, like that was.
I thought it was dope. Like,
that picture is gonna live forever. Like, I promise you, it's gonna live forever. Like, you know how you see like old pictures of like, I don't know, Buffalo Bill or somebody with their rifle. You know what I mean? Like, I really see that picture like that. I really do. Like, that joint is like,
I'm
forever.
shocked.
Like, I'm gonna see you're gonna see families like framed. It's gonna be framed in, you know what I mean, right next to
doing
like
their own poses.
Right.
Yeah,
though.
It's crazy because the picture when it went viral, everybody had their own like story attached to it. You had conservatives who were like, "Yeah, this is what a family looks like." You had like Black Power, like, "Yeah, we're gonna fight the white man." I'm just like this picture like had nothing to do with either one of those. We just took a random picture, and the timing of the picture. I think that's why the picture actually went viral, because somehow we dropped the picture like right before the George Floyd situation. So everybody attached their own their own agenda to the picture, and that's pretty much how it went viral. And
then he was being accused of being in the INFAC.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask that. I forgot about that. Yeah,
they said I was an INFAC member for a while. So
which he is not.
What are your thoughts on gun ownership within those types of organizations? It seems like they are more pro-gun than anybody, like, well, within Christianity, right? Like, I don't see like too many Christians promoting gun ownership. I see more of like I don't even want to say it, but like kind of extremist groups, right? Like more embracing that. Like, what would you say to like believe? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's some churches who actually don't want, their members to have guns or to come into the church with a firearm. So you run into those types of situations. Yeah, and that's even in Texas.
And we do not attend those churches.
It was. It was just.
I mean, how would they know anyway?
That's the thing. I think they don't say it because they actually think it's going to be enforced. It's more like this is a value of this church, and it'll turn away people that don't agree with it.
That's a virtue signal.
So I think that's really what it's about.
Yeah. So. And then you got that one church where the ushers pulled out the blicky and got the dude. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, that was Texas too. Yeah,
it was like 30 minutes from where we live.
No.
Wow. See.
But
what's that pastor that told him he'd kick him out if they wear a mask?
Oh yeah.
Pastor, what's his name? Pastor Greg. What was it?
I don't remember his name. Oh, I don't know his name.
But he also said, someone in the comments has mentioned something about this is one of them churches that don't allow guns, and the pastor replied to dude and said, "Come over here, play around." He said, mess around and find out. Yeah. Mess around and find out. He did say that. So don't play over here, boy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
that's dope, man.
Though that it's unfortunate that people think to be Christian you have to be anti-gun.
Yeah,
that's a conversation we have often, like more than I wish we had.
Well, do you think that Christians should own guns? Do you think that is owning a gun a sin? Like, do you think Like, what's your response to that? Because I know that's a question that people ask all the time.
It is.
So I personally don't think that owning a firearm is a sin. We are good friends with True Exodus. I don't know if either one of y'all follow True Exodus, but he is a pastor that's really passionate about firearms. We're good friends with him. He's done a couple of question and answer sessions, you know, addressing if you can have a firearm as well as be a Christian. And personally, I think it's one of your responsibilities, you know, as loving the person beside you, to make sure that those people are protected.
But the issue that I see most often is not about whether owning a weapon is a sin, because those same people will say, oh, you could just hit them with a baseball bat and bang.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
So it's not, and it's like, oh, get a knife. It's like, pick any of these, just not
pepper spray, right? Use pepper spray.
I'm like, the issue is my choice of what I'm choosing, not you don't want me to hurt anybody, and they think that you're the aggressor. Like, that's not
right. And what's more efficient than a 5.56?
Exactly. Like, you want me to stab somebody. It's crazy
right.
how that goes. So it's not, they're hypocrites.
Facts, though.
And violent, because I think a knife is worse. Like,
yeah, that's what people don't understand.
That's
is that
true.
if you're in a close quarter situation, a knife is a lot more hard to protect yourself from than a firearm. So you can't really guard yourself from a knife the same way that you can like push away a firearm or what have you. So those close quarter situations, the knife is really dangerous.
It's and it's even more dangerous because when your adrenaline's pumping, like, you don't feel it, you don't know, right, that you've been stabbed or whatever.
Right.
You hear a gunshot, you're running, unless you're crazy. Unless you're crazy, like, you're running, like, boom, like you don't miss that. Like, you know, I need to get out of here because this is not where I want to be.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely, and I think a knife is more dangerous. But yeah, it's a lot more violent, right? Because it's you just like you said, you got to be real close to somebody. That's like, there's like a certain level of I can't think of the right word.
Oh, but it's real scream-ish. Like,
I'm saying it's
a horror movie.
It's just a lot more personal. It's a lot more personal.
Y'all have regulations on knives in California, right? On what you
regulations on everything. They can't have a slingshot,
I got strong regulations.
We got strong regulations. They do. You're right. You're right. Right. You probably get the same time for a 5.56 and a plastic straw. You know what's crazy though is like this. So they did this plastic ban here, right? So they banned the straws. They banned plastic bags. The grocery stores used to give away plastic bags all the time. When I was growing up as a kid, we never bought trash bags because, you know, the grocery store bag was the trash bag, right? Now you got to buy
the bags.
They still sell you a plastic bag, right? It's a little thicker, right? But it's still a plastic bag, so it's not really doing anything. And everything that you buy at the grocery store is still in plastic containers. Like, so I don't understand how this is saving the turtles. Like, how is that saving the turtles? And we still got the plastic vortex in the ocean. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah. I have.
That thing is wild. You seen that, Ant?
No.
Bro, like, inside the ocean, there's like all this plastic trash is like in one area. It's like just this goop. It looks like slime.
Yeah.
And animals get caught in there. There's people who go in there and clean it, but it's all the plastic that people throw away in the ocean, or that just made it to the ocean because you know, you throw it out you throw it in the sidewalk, the rain comes, throws it in the gutter, and takes it out to the ocean, right? So all that plastic ends up in this one location in the ocean because of all the currents, and it's just a wasteland of plastic. And so this is what California feels that they're gonna get rid of by banning plastic bags, but their solution is to sell you plastic bags. Go figure.
So it's time for you to move to Texas.
Yeah,
that's what it's looking like. But there's too many Californians in Texas, though. There's too many California. Like, I feel like Texas is gonna be California in like 10 years.
Hey, it's close, man. It's close.
Yeah,
it probably end up like you said, like California, where I've heard people who come from like Northern California, they say it's more like conservative leaning, but
Yeah, Northern California is conservative. Yeah, Central Coast too, because in the Central California, there's a lot of farmers.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of farmers, so it's once you hit like Central California, you get out of LA, you get closer to like area called Bakersfield. That's when you start hearing like conservative radio, country music, and all that. You see all the farmlands.
Right.
You see like a lot of like political billboards and stuff like that. Yeah. So there is, I mean, there is like some conservatives in California. I was one of them up until what 12 years ago. I voted for Bush. I voted for Bush, bro.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Right.
I voted for Bush, and then I
bumped into not like you.
I bumped into Ron Paul, and then it was a wrap from there. Yeah, it was a wrap from there.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Yeah,
it seems like his son now is starting to take more of that. Like
he's kicking up. You see, he got banned off of YouTube, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
He's about to smoke.
That's his like second time like in recent history, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he said he got banned again. So I'm assuming like maybe some months back he got banned.
Yo, he's about to smoke, man.
Yeah,
I like him because he's a Republican, but he's willing to go against everybody else. You know what I mean? Like he definitely fights for freedom. You know, so he's not married to the title. You know, Massey's another one too.
Yeah, I like Massey a lot. Yeah.
He seems to be. I think he's a lot more libertarian. Than Rand.
Yeah, if it's not in the Constitution, Massey said he voted no.
Yeah, that's wild. How did you? So do you consider yourself a libertarian?
Yeah. So local elections, and whenever national elections come, I do vote pretty much on a libertarian basis.
How'd you get introduced to libertarian philosophy?
And so, honestly, it's probably been within the past like 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
I thought I was conservative for a little bit, and then I realized that this is just, it's not the other side of the coin, but it's pretty close to the other side of the coin. Yeah. It's just like we just getting played by two different sides. So the one thing that I can agree on is that I like my liberties and I like freedom.
Facts.
And that's just the one place that seemingly tries to fight for it, but it seems like it's not a whole lot of effort put into actually like being successful and winning, whatever kind of election it is or whatever is going on. But that's a party that, kind of sort of stands for, maintaining your liberties and freedom. So
yeah. I'm kind of in a pickle right now because when Obama was in office, I used to listen to Larry Elder a lot, and he really like shaped.
Conservative now, right?
He's super conservative. I always thought he was a libertarian, right? I always thought I heard him say he's a libertarian, small L, right? Yeah. And I didn't know what that meant, and he really introduced me a lot to just to the whole libertarian way of thinking. And so now he's running for governor, and I'm like, man, like he's like, I know where he stands on freedom, but this dude's like, he's like super MAGA, you know what I'm saying?
He said, I'm gonna wear a mask with you.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to wear none of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to, so I'm kind of betwixt, as the King James says. I don't know if I'm gonna vote for him or not. May not vote. I didn't vote in the last election, presidential election. The last person I voted for was what's my man's name? Gary Johnson. Right? For president.
That was what, 8 years ago?
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning like ANCAP, but
yeah.
I'm waiting for the collapse and Mad Max and all that.
Right, that's what I'm trying to get land in the country, man. I just want to do my own thing.
That's it, man. I'm just trying to get a couple acres, move to the woods. You know what I mean?
Right.
get a couple chickens, you know what I mean, and some goats, and leave me alone. You know,
Trying
that's
to live
it.
out in Wyoming.
Yo, my daughter wants to move to Wyoming, bro. I'm like, you want to move to Wyoming? Like, okay, let's go, right? That's wild. Yo, but so
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
No,
Now I was gonna wrap it up. You got something?
Right, that's what you. I know. I was going to go ahead.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys want to share with the audience? You know, that we might have like skimmed over the point, maybe that you wanted to emphasize or anything like that, or even if it's just your social media.
Oh yeah.
You know,
plug all of that. Social media, YouTube, everything.
Because I feel like we covered a lot, but we were all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that y'all had us on.
Man, we've been trying to get y'all on for a minute.
Man, we've been hosting family.
No, I feel you. No.
Yeah, just got our house back, but grateful to be on here. You can be Christian. We are Christians. And get a firearm. We are not aggressors. We are preserving life. So glad that we're on here. My Instagram is Miss Hero, HERAUX.
And I'm pewologist.
Pewologist. She got the whole Creole spelling in her name.
Right.
Come by. We love to talk, send DMs, engage.
Yeah, right. You can check us out on YouTube. That's Pew Army.
That's PEWARMY, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And
great content.
And the website is what? Pew Army?
Website pew.army.
Not .com, .army.
Okay.
And that's where they can get your merch and everything as well, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Or you can check out pewologist.com. Either one of the two, they both work.
Do you do is it just your website pew.army? Is it just merch, or do you do sales on there too?
It's not, whatever you're looking for, you should be able to find it. Some updates since the economy has opened back up, firearms are more accessible. It's some updates that we got to do to some of the inventory as far as some of our distributors being able to access some other stuff. So we got to do some updates there, but you can find firearms.
Okay, I need that 9mm. You know what I'm saying? That ammo is scarce.
None of that stock.
Yeah, just ask Kalia, man. She can.
I'm here in California. I got no ammo.
She said nope, not messing with California.
Everywhere that I know that actually ships, they don't ship to New York.
They don't. Nobody
Chicago,
ships. Yep.
California.
They're like, we're not messing with. It's not worth the trouble. It's not worth the trouble. So. Yeah, I get it. We got to do what we got to do out here, though.
I know.
Hey, hopefully they come up off of that magazine ban. I know it's going through the circuits there, but hopefully y'all come up off of that magazine ban. I know it's been overturned like twice. And y'all petition it. Your governor petitions it, and the state petitions it.
We trying to get that dude out, man.
Yeah, hopefully sometime y'all can have a regular capacity, a standard capacity magazine. Yeah.
Nah, they got us. Yeah, you already know.
And I didn't ask, man. You got a firearm?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I have a Smith & Wesson that I just have for the house. I remember I was asking you about the ZevTech for a while. Yeah. I was trying to find one.
Hey, you got to get one. They back accessible, man.
Yeah, because at that time I couldn't find them anywhere. They were backed up for like months. Right. So there's a local shop that carried them, and I went to go see. They didn't have any then, but I'm hoping that they're starting to get back up.
I think the price is coming back down on them too. The last time I checked was probably last week. It was like 13. So.
Yeah, because they were hitting close to 17 at one point. Right?
Yeah. One of my friends got one for like when he bought one, it was like 17, 18, 19, one of those.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
they were up there. And 17, and you still had like a 2-3 month wait behind it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Tesla, man. Like what? You gotta wait 3 months,
and then you gotta go find. And then you had to find ammo.
Yeah, right.
So it's crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna. There's a spot I'm gonna check out, and because I really wanted one. Don't you? You guys have one, right?
What's that?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
9. Yep.
The 9, right?
Right. Yep.
All right. I know you was telling me I like shooting it.
Yeah.
You haven't had any issues with it.
No.
That thing, he liked shooting it. It's been sitting over here. How long has it been since you touched it? It's been no, it's not because of the firearm. It's a nice gun. Mm-hmm. He just He's bougie.
Yeah, nah. She got another gun that like she got a gun that's just like, man, it just can't be beat. So I always run with that one.
Okay.
He's bougie. Like,
Yeah, but it's a dope firearm, man.
Yeah.
it's nice. I want it. I want him to give it to me, and he refuses. Like he doesn't even carry it.
He's like, nah, it's mine.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't use it, but you can't have it.
Right. Hey, for sure.
You can borrow it, right? It's mine though.
Atlanta over the next couple months, man. I definitely will let you shoot it.
Oh, you in Atlanta? Okay.
Or you in the like GA area, right?
Huh?
You in the Georgia area, right?
Yeah, I'm in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We got family in Conyers.
Yeah, we was just in Atlanta.
It's been 6 months.
No, we was just passing through. We just came
Yeah,
through
we
Atlanta.
just passed through.
We just came through Atlanta last month.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
ain't stopped though. We get out of Atlanta as fast as we can. Sorry.
Traffic is terrible,
That
man.
traffic is
That
crazy.
traffic sucks. I don't like going into the city at all. At all. It's terrible. So I try to avoid it. But yeah, I hear you. But yeah, if you're ever out here and you got it with you, yeah. If I ain't get it, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll let you touch the whole collection, man.
He said the whole collection.
Not the whole-
Wow.
we'll
Yo,
bring
this
stuff.
Yeah,
this
we
got to be a whole
record
vlog.
that.
This got to be a vlog. Yeah.
Right, record that.
Yeah, so we'll bring some bags out.
Yeah.
Let you hold a couple things.
Talking about. Get the Birdman rub on that.
Because we gotta. Matter of fact, we coming to South Carolina sometime before the end of the year. We gotta link up
Oh yeah.
with one of an instructor that we know. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
make sure to stop there.
That's what's up, man. All right. Well,
See,
looking
you heard
forward
it
to that,
first.
man.
And then, man, we're gonna see you next year, Jack. We'll be back in Las Vegas in January. So
Oh yeah, I could make a trip to Vegas. There's freedom over there.
Yeah.
They got some freedom over there. I could do a little road trip. We could definitely do that. Yeah, I thought I was gonna see y'all for. I didn't even ask y'all, but I just assumed I was gonna see y'all for that CHH concert out here. But I could see why you wouldn't want to come.
hey, man, we just live in a terrible state, man.
I know.
It's a good
You think
state,
I don't know
terrible
this?
at the same time, man.
we get on.
Yeah,
it
like
all the time.
I'd be like, man, like I love the beaches, but I also don't want to do 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you won't see a beach for a while.
I ain't gonna see nothing for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just got to move accordingly. You know,
Right?
Right.
catch me if you can.
Well, yo, thank y'all, man. We really appreciate that. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank
Bill, I always appreciate when you answer my questions, anything gun related. So thank you.
Sure.
And you know, hope to have you guys on again too, so we could discuss
we
some more.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Let us know, man.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely gonna come with some specific questions for sure. Because I know, like, as soon as we're done with this, we're gonna be like, oh, should I ask that? Should I ask that? Should I ask that?
Right.
You know what I mean, maybe we even do like a live build or something like that. Not me though, because you know.
build your paint gun.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Man.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
Y'all have a good
Y'all,
night.
everybody watching, make sure that you follow them. You know what I mean? Subscribe, you like, and you comment their YouTube channel and following them on Instagram.
Thanks. Have a good night.
All right. See
man.
y'all later.
Peace.